So today we're talking about how to make Deep House in Ableton, specifically layering basses. So if you're new to the channel, thanks for coming. My name's Fabian. I'm going to be teaching you some mad stuff today, but if you like what you see in this video, would love it if you could hit that subscribe button, hit that like button and bell notification, and support me along my YouTube journey. Alright, I'll stop wasting your time now. Let's get stuck into it. Alright, so before we get into it, I want to quickly explain what makes a bass seem massive and full of life. Now, mainly it is the width of it, and the harmonics of it, and it's like layering a bass to make it occupy the full audio spectrum to a degree. So it has some high harmonics and also some subharmonics all playing seamlessly together. That's what makes a bass seem really big. So what I'm going to show you how you can do that, how you can layer these basses, how you can make them fit perfectly together over a full audio spectrum. So with that said, let's listen to this first layer, this first synth that we got. Now this is just a default Serum preset from the bass section, classic but more. That's it, pretty simple, but it's got some potential, you know. So what I've got here, I've got an EQ8 already on this, and I've rolled off all of the low frequencies because we're going to put another layer that's deeper than this, that's lower than this, called the sub bass, and this is creating room for the sub bass. This is a really important step, or else your low end will get really muddiness and it won't sound clear. So next I have a stereo filter, and what this does, this adds that width that I was talking about, and you can copy these settings. I'll have a full tutorial on how to use this up in the thing up here. You can check it out. Let's listen before and after just with this. Now after. You can hear how much crispiness and juiciness that gives it. Then I've got like a mix gel, and that just kind of helps that a little bit more. And then I have saturator. I did two different types of saturators here. I like to use decapitator because it's emulated after or modeled after actual hardware, and it gives a really nice character. But you can also just use Ableton Saturator. It still does a similar thing, just a little bit less characteristic. You can choose what character to give it just by changing any of these curves here and then raising up the drive. So let's stick with this saturator. Now, like I said before, we have to layer some sounds to help fill out the audio spectrum. So this sounds great now, but we're going to make it sound even better. So if you copy up exactly the same notes, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to make these or lift these up an octave. You can do that by highlighting them all, shift and then tapping up on the D-pad, and it takes it up one octave. Then it's going to duplicate this across, solo that track, and let's check out the effects. So it's the exact same sound, but what I've done, I've just EQ'd it a little bit different. Because this is the high, I should probably rename that. Because this is the mid bass, and it's not the main bass, I've raised up the low cut a little bit just to create some difference from the sound before. And what I've also done, I've also panned this one to the right a bit, because the next layer I add, I'm going to pan it to the left, and that creates difference between the two ears, which is also very important. Rather than just having the whole sound sit exactly the same on both sides, panning one to the left and one to the right will make a big difference. On here, I've got that stereo filter again to make it feel wider, plus another decapitator, but you can just copy this same saturator across, paste it in here. You can hear how much of a difference that stereo width makes. And then once again, I'm just going to copy these high ones up onto this top one here. Let's solo that. And you can see I have a different EQ again, just with stereo width again. And this is where it gets pretty cool up here, is the redux. And what this does, this adds high-end harmonics right up the very top of the audio spectrum, which if I get a spectrum and I put it on here, and we watch it now, when I add the redux, you can see all of this top-end stuff. And that's quite important because it helps the bass cut through the mix. Let's listen to these all together now. And this is what we started as. You can see how much of a difference it's already making. Now, the next step is to add a sub bass. So once again, copy these down. My sub bass is too low, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to raise this up. Shift up. That's sounding a lot better. There is a way that you can check to see if your sub bass is sitting in the right frequency, and that is by adding a spectrum and making sure the tallest peak is sitting in between 30 Hertz and 80 Hertz. You can see the little box down here tells you exactly where your mouse is located. So that's 50 Hertz down to 30 Hertz. Looks like I'm sitting right in the hot zone. Processing on this is just EQ to roll off all of those high frequencies and allow the other 3 layers to shine through. We're clearing space for different layers here. And then we have a decapitator, which you can just use that same saturation, and a compressor, which just helps it pump to the kick. Let's listen with all of this now. You can hear that bass right down the bottom, filling it out nicely. Now on top of this, I've put all of these layers in a group, and what I like to do, once I've got it grouped, I like to add a side chain to the kick over the whole group so they're nicely pumping together. And then I add another saturator. You can use the same saturator, you can use Decapitator or another free plugin, Camel Crusher, it's up to you. So that's it, that's the base layer. Now you can take this a step further by adding some extra layers that you can't really pay attention to too much, but they make such a big difference to make your song feel bigger. So first up we have a white noise layer here, and this is just a simple noise oscillator AC hum 1 with just a little bit of attack and release, nothing special. Pretty simple, yeah, nothing exciting. But we're going to process it like we processed the basses. So first up, I want to make it wide. You can already hear that fills it out. And then a mix gel again, a compressor to help it pump to the kick. And on top of that, we also have this other one here, which is, I like to call this a drone. And all it is a single note playing the entire length of the drop, basically. So when choosing a note to play, I'll show you this now actually. So that's it. But what note should you play? Well, this song is in a G minor. So I can either go a G minor, wherever it is, here. That's the root note. Or I can come up to the 5th note, which is a D sharp. So the first note or the 5th note generally sound the most harmonic. I chose to go the 5th because it did harmonize nice with my bass. So for processing on this, I've just removed a lot of these unwanted high frequencies and sub frequencies because I wanted it to sit back in the mix. I didn't want it to take the stance where the bass belongs. Kind of hurts without the EQ. With the EQ, you can hear it's sucked back in the mix and allows room for the bass. Once again, I got the stereo filter, stereo imager, mix gel, and now I've got an auto pan which just adds character, pans it from left to right. And then once again, just a decapitator, add a little bit of harmonics. So that's it. We've got the drones up here. We've got all of these different layers down here for the bass, and they all work cohesively together to support each other and help each other fit nice in the mix. If I had to summarize quickly, I would say make sure to layer your sounds so they sound like one sound. rather than like 3 or 4 different sounds. If you can do that, you've mastered the art of the bass. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. If you have a question, leave it in the comments below. Or if you want a whole bunch of free stuff, you can visit my website at offthebeat.com.
No, why you playing?